Do you see this right now? I just got a new bookshelf. This one's new. So this will be my background in my videos from now on. You don't have to stare at a blank wall or my room. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I just read a book that I absolutely loved, and I want to talk to you about that. So I think back in September I signed up for a blog tour for this book, and then I just never ended up doing it. I am making this video now to kind of make up for that. I'm really sorry. I apologize. I love this author so much, so I want to make sure that I give my thoughts on this book. So the book I finished today was Break It Up by E.M. Tippets, and I'll put the cover somewhere over in this vicinity. This story is about a girl who meets a band, a boy band, and she gets an opportunity to go on tour with them and kind of be the manager's assistant. So I signed up for this blog tour just thinking, you know, I really like this cover, I love this author, I'll just give this a try. But I was very, very excited upon reading the first chapter that I realized this was one of the characters from one of her other stories. I guess this is more of like a companion novel. So it's the main character in this story, his cousin is the main character in the story Break It Up. You don't need to read someone else's fairy tale to understand this story, but it did benefit me that I knew the characters. So I think this character, Kira, was very different than any other character I've read in YA because she was kind of past the point of figuring out who she is, but yet she still had this long journey ahead of her. Basically, she's a reformed, rebellious teenager, and she kind of used to party a lot, used to have lots of boyfriends, you know, all of that, drank, everything. And so now she's trying to kind of clear her bad image and kind of remake herself. It's very refreshing because a lot of the times in YA I feel like there's lots of like slut shaming and stuff like that, and it was just very refreshing to see a character who was kind of just like, okay, yeah, I did that, but now I'm going to change my ways and live a different life. And it was nice to see. So let me tell you, this author knows how to write a love interest. She writes these guys that have lots of flaws, but at the same time, you can't help but love them. And it's not like a whole, like, Mary Sue type of thing. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, where it's like the character can do no wrong. They can, like, hurt everyone and be a terrible person, and then everyone still loves them. It's not like that. Like, the main character, when the guy did something wrong in this book, she would be like, what are you doing? Like, I don't like the way you're acting. And I love that she acknowledged that and wasn't just like, oh my god, he's so beautiful and I don't really care what he does, he can treat me really bad, but I'm just gonna still love him. It was not like that. And I was like, thank you finally for writing a realistic love story. The whole time while I was reading this book, the main character, the main love interest, Zach, reminded me a lot of like the One Direction guys. And I just kept picturing, I don't know which one his name, I think Zayn from One Direction. The one with like the black hair that's like, it's like only right here and then goes back like that. You know which one I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure his name is Zayn. So I kept picturing him. And I love that his character also had this arc of kind of growing up and becoming an adult. Because before this book starts, his mom had like micromanaged their band and stuff. So it was kind of him trying to figure out how to keep his band together when he has this new manager that kind of sucks. So it's very good to see his character grow as well, because I feel like a lot of the times it's just the main character that grows and not the love interest. I loved all the other characters in this story as well. His cousin Ben, who's just like this wild, crazy party guy. Oh my gosh, I just wanted to like punch him in the face a few times when he was just being so rude to Kira. Yeah, I just liked his character. He caused trouble all the time and it was kind of funny to watch. And it was cool to see the contrast between the two cousins, because here you have Ben, who's like this crazy wild guy, and then you have Zach, who is like the sweet and innocent, very squeaky clean image of the boy band. I'm like choking over here. Then seeing them contrasted was very interesting, and seeing who she would go for, because one was her past and one was kind of like what she wanted her future to be. So it's very interesting. She could have gone either way, and it was really interesting to see. Along with the main character kind of being promiscuous in her past, I thought that that was great that this story kind of talked about double standards with girls and guys, how a guy does something and he's just a party boy, but then a girl does the same exact thing and she's a slut. The author kind of interwove this lesson or this theme into the story, but it didn't feel preachy. It didn't feel like she was saying like, you shouldn't be promiscuous to the girls. I thought that was really great because a lot of times themes are like all up in your face, but this wasn't like that. I didn't feel like I was being like preached at. I keep trying to think of like something negative to say that I didn't like about the book, but I really can't think of anything. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. I'd say I would recommend this book to anyone who has read Between the Lines by, I believe her name is Tamara Weber. That book reminded me a lot of it because that one, the girl is like friends with, or I think she's in a movie and she falls in love with this guy that's her co-star. So it's kind of similar to that where they're like celebrities and just falling in love and all that. But even if you haven't read that book, I definitely recommend this to anyone who likes contemporary. Very fast-paced. There's lots of twists and turns in these books that are very intriguing. Even though I kind of saw some of them coming, I was still not able to put the book down at all for, like, I just had to finish it. I had to know what happened right then. So I'm looking right now. It is $2.99 on Kindle. That's not a bad price, especially for an indie author. You always want to support the authors that you like. So I really, really hope that you guys go out and purchase her book, help her out, and then if you read it, you can come chat with me because I'm always trying to find people to talk about books with. So go read it and then come talk to me. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.